Often in a math class, we make XY charts to look at functions and find out what various inputs have to do with various outputs. And we do practice on a calculator, but today I would like to practice with a spreadsheet. So it's easy to input a function and put in X and Y values. So I just want to practice that with you to make sure everybody's on the same page as far as what they can do with a spreadsheet. So I've got a Google Sheet for you. I would like for you to start with X values in column A and Y values in column B. And you can input whatever you want here. I'm going to start with negative values, so I'll maybe start with -5. And I could say -6. Actually, I don't want -6. I want -4 and then -3. But with a spreadsheet, you don't have to keep doing all of the various numbers. You can instead do equals and the last value, which is A4, and then add 1, and now it'll add 1. And if I take this cell and I right-click, actually I don't need to right-click, that's silly. If I do Control-C, I can highlight a bunch of cells and Control-V to paste, and it will include that equation, A6. Every time I go down 1, it takes the last cell and adds 1 to it. So we want to go to a cell number, and if you start with equals, it will follow up with some function that you want to put in there. And it could be anything, but this A5 lets you insert into your equation. Y values, I don't know what those are yet. I need a function for me to calculate something. So I would like for you to come up with some equation. And in fact, I would like to be able to see what your equation is. So I'm going to right-click on the second row here and insert one, and that will give me another space here. My y values for my function, I'm going to make an equation that says y equals, and I can make it anything. I'll make it x squared plus 9. So now I have some parabola. This is what I'm going for. This is the equation that I want to go to. And so in my B column, I'm going to insert this equation, and you should pick your own equation. It could be x to the 3rd power. It could be lots of different kind of equations. It could be x to the 1/2 power. I don't know what you want to do, but come up with an equation. And then here, I want to actually figure out my y values. So let's say I want to make an equation. I'm going to start with equals. And I need this x squared, so I need to take whatever x is, like -5, so I'm going to click on this cell to represent that x. I'm going to say the caret symbol above 6 to the 2nd power, and then say plus 9, and it's going to figure out whatever that would be. And then look, it suggested this equation for all of these. So I can say Control-Enter to autofill or click the check mark, and it automatically knows that I should fill in the rest of those. So now I have an equation. From here, I'm going to highlight both of these, and I can even go here to this insert chart. It looks like a picture, it looks like a chart, and click that, and it will give me the parabola that is indicated by these values. We can quickly, just like we could on the calculator, we could change this equation by clicking on the equation, and that's not going to help me because my actual math is right here. What if I wanted to make this say -9 instead of +9? So that gives me one little value over here. To change all of them, I need to Control copy and paste it everywhere. And now I have a different parabola. And it's easily changed because it's all in a spreadsheet. There are lots of different kind of functions you can put in, easy ones to type like x squared plus 9. You can also go to help, and it will take you to this function list. And the function list has all kind of different math equations you could do. The math ones, they're in alphabetical order. They're way down here. Math. Let's do something simple like absolute value. So here we are, absolute value, ABS, parentheses value, that's what we see in our calculator. It looks the same. And if we think about how this works, our function is where value goes. I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet. I'm going to go to my function. This is where it's calculating. This is my function so I can remember it, but it doesn't do any math. And in B3, I'm going to edit this one. I'm going to type in ABS parentheses. I'm going to go to the end and parentheses. And this value was already positive, so it's not a big deal. But these values that are negative right here, I want to see what happens when I apply that everywhere. So I'm going to copy this cell, the formula, and it will apply it to these x values. And now everything that was down here as part of my parabola is now bumped up. So it's flipped up, so it is positive. And it went ahead and changed my graph to match my x and y. So we could do that with a lot of different functions, and it would take the absolute value. So I should change this one because now it's absolute value. And if I typed it in math type, it would have the straight bars. So there you go. That's what I'm graphing now. So we could leave this one here. We could go do new x values or a new function. Let's say we have a new function. I'm going to call this y2 and make up whatever you want. So maybe we want to have an absolute value function, or maybe we want to have some parabola, or some other polynomial. Let's say we have y equals negative x to the fourth plus 2x plus 7. Oopsies, I kind of got lost there. Delete. Then I said plus 2x plus 7. There we go. So that's my goal function. I'm going to retype it here and actually do math. So I'm going to start with equals because it's an equation. My x value is over here, so that's x. And I had it raised to the fourth power. And then plus 2 times x again. Whoopsies, I got lost. This raised to the fourth power. 2 times, guess I just better write it in here. Maybe I need to have times. A2, parentheses, oopsies, A3, parentheses, and then plus 7, plus 7. Doesn't like that. I guess because it has an A, or maybe because I don't have, oh, it doesn't have an A. Nope, still an error. Well, this is different from Excel. Here you go, times. Better? Better. Okay. So I have this crazy pair to the fourth power. Oh, I forgot my negative. Oh my goodness. There it is, negative. And it's still to the fourth power. That's super obnoxious. Let's put parentheses in there. Still 622. How about if I put the to the fourth power inside the parentheses? Parentheses, parentheses. There we go, negative number. Okay, so order of operations. Google Sheets needs you to be very, very, very specific. So this negative happened at the end. I knew this was not right because negative 5 to the fourth power is a really large number. And then when you put a negative in the front, it's a very small number. So let's see. If I apply this equation, all the way down. I have all these numbers. And if I graph this, then I want to use this column. I think it would be easier for me to copy it. Copy and put it right here. I'm going to move this graph a little bit. All right, so I'm going to now graph these two together and graph. And I have this equation, which is really hard to see that this has any sort of W value to it. But I can see that this has a negative in the front and it goes down, like we talked about with our end behavior in 3.3. So if I apply absolute value to this, it'll be interesting. And maybe I want to graph them on the same graph. Move this over. And what if I copy this? I can just copy one. It's probably not going to like that. Copy V. How about if I change this to the input of C3, and I'm going to add absolute value in front of it. So I'm going to add ABS parentheses, and at the entire end, whoops, it changed my value. Oh, here. And then a parenthesis. And I've got autofill again, yes please. And now, I don't want these, I'm going to delete those. And now I'm going to graph this one. So I'm going to graph here, let's see what happens. Ooh, cool. So this graphed it differently, that didn't connect them, and I could change how it does in a column or lines. There we go. So now I've changed it to a smooth line chart. The yellow one is the absolute value, the red was the original, and the spreadsheet lets me put in lots of things so that I can graph and see them at once. And if I wanted to, I could spend some time labeling this and stuff, but I don't want to. So what your assignment is, and there's a list, you're supposed to watch the video so you have an idea of how to make an XY chart, how to plug in an equation by starting with equals and then typing things in. I would like for you to do a second one where you do the same equation with absolute value, or you translate your equation somehow. Maybe you draw lines that do average rate of change or average slope through 2 points. I don't know what you want to do, but have two different graphs and then save them for me as part of this assignment, and you can turn them in as a spreadsheet that goes with this. I would like for you to come up with your own equation right here and your own equation for your second equation. So everybody should have something different, but if you want to check with your peers about how to make your X values increase, how to copy or type in equations, you're welcome to do that. And then we'll take a look at this again when we have class together next. All right, thanks.